Hi everyone, welcome back to Black Equity. Today's video is going to be an updated house tour of my most recent flip. I'll be showing you the before and afters, but if you want to see the full before video, go check it out here. When you walk into the house, the first thing that you'll notice is the powder room. Before the renovations, the room was dark and it was giving me cabin vibes, and the sink was in a very awkward position. Ideally, I would have loved to open the space up and make it bigger, but my budget didn't allow for it, so I just worked within the existing space. I repositioned the vanity and used bright white marble tiles to brighten the space up. Next up is the living room. Now in the before video, I spoke about how I kind of liked the wood vibes that this living room was giving me, and I wanted to keep the fireplace, but by the time we started work, the fireplace was falling apart and the wood slats too were also falling apart. So I made the decision to scrap everything and just build a board and batten feature wall. I also decided to open up the wall between the two living rooms to make the place feel bigger and create a better flow in the house. The kitchen was a main selling feature of this house because of the skylight. The only thing that I didn't like about the kitchen though was the fact that it was so closed off to the rest of the house. The plan was to open it up, but as you'll see once we took down all the walls, there was a brick chimney right in the middle of that wall, and it would have been too expensive and taken us way out of budget to open it up. So we left it as is, we switched the layout a little bit, and we made everything bright white just to make sure that the kitchen didn't feel as closed off and as small as it really was. You'll probably notice that the design is very similar to the first flip property, and the reason is because I was flipping this house during a pandemic and there was complete lockdown in the city, so I couldn't actually go to any stores to pick out materials, and I just decided to use what I had already known rather than taking the risk and getting materials that I didn't like. This dining room was my least favorite place in the entire house. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen my journey to modifying this fireplace or whatever it is, and I don't even know where to start. The first thing that happened was we painted it all black because the painter somehow convinced me that black would look great, but it really didn't. Someone actually said on Instagram that it looked like a place where human sacrifices would be made, and I found that hilarious, but it was true. So I remember asking everyone what I should do, and the majority of you guys said repaint it completely. So I started off a poll, and most people said go with the same gray as the feature wall, which I did. It looked horrible too, and eventually I got a few suggestions on dark gray, which is what I did. I can't say that I love it, but it is what it is, and I just hope that whoever buys the property likes it enough or just tears it down, because that's probably what I would have done. Nothing major happened outside, but we did end up power washing the deck in the backyard and installing new sod, mulch, and some rocks just to make it look clean and nice. When I bought the property, there was an opening between two of the bedrooms. So the first decision that I made was to put the wall back up between both of them. And the reason why I did this is because in this area, it's typically more desirable to buyers to have a 3-bedroom home versus a 2-bedroom home. In each of the rooms, I selected a soft white paint color, as well as replaced the flooring with the same type of laminate that we used in the rest of the house. Last but not least is the bathroom. And before the renovations, the bathroom was actually in pretty good condition, but it was just very outdated. So I went with a similar concept as our first flip property and used the black hexagon tile as well as bright white marble tiles surrounding the tub. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that super quick house tour of the updated renovation on the second flip property. I'm happy to report that we finally sold the property and we are now on to number 3. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead, like, share it, subscribe, and connect with me on Instagram. Thanks so much for watching, guys.